How long have you coached softball?
37 years.
Has your whole career been here at Grant?
Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about the banquet that we're going to tonight?
Oh, it's just the end of the year banquet that we do every year for the kids, so it's just a recognition of their participation and any awards they've won, or just a celebration of the kids in the end of the season.
Awesome. And so today's the last day with your seniors. Can you tell us a little bit?
Well, I only have one senior this year.
Oh.
And we had her senior, end of the year senior day is our last home game. So we've done that for her already. And then she'll get a little special recognition tonight. I give them all a blanket, the senior blanket that they get that has Grant emblem on it and has their name on it. So
super cool.
Yeah.
And so in 2021, you, along with some of your players, sued Portland Public Schools. Can you talk about your experience with that and why you did that?
Well, I mean, we did it because we were tired of waiting for this field that had been promised to us and actually was in the plans for the remodel. The remodel was 2017, I believe, and there were plans prior to that working up to the remodel of what it would look like, and softball field was in the plans. And then the softball field came out of the plans, and the reason they used was value engineering. So basically, the short of it is, we're short money, got to take something off the board. So they took the softball field off the board.
So what did the lawsuit change, and how did it affect your players and your experience specifically in regards to Title IX?
In terms of what it meant for my kids, nowadays I don't know if kids understand Title IX and what all it means. I think that's some learning that needs to go on, and maybe those of us on both sides, whatever gender you're talking about, I think it's important to know that Title IX is inclusive of all genders, and it covers more than just sports. Ours happen to be sports, but obviously it covers so much more than that. So I think there's a lot of learning that needs to take place. I know that the girls felt like, well, it's not fair that the boys always get, and I knew they understood that, but did they understand, like, why is that not okay? So even a deeper understanding of why it's important to have equity, and why is it you have to miss so much school because you have to travel to every game, and baseball doesn't.
So, suing the school district, acquiring athletic accolades, consistently proving yourself as coach of the year, like, very impressive stuff. What is your driving force?
I think you reach an age where, and I have, where you just need to do what's right without worrying too much about the consequences. I also had 3 very influential people in my life. My mother, who was a hard worker all of her life. My coach, because I went to high school here, so my head coach here was a very strong woman, very driven. And then my college coach, who also is a strong woman and a strong role model. And I learned a lot from them. I guess I didn't realize how much until later in life that I learned from them, but just to stick up for what's right. So it's nice to see things, I think, are slowly evolving, but I think it's going to take people to speak up when they see things that don't look right. I'd be lying if I told you there weren't days that you cried, You'd go, can't do this anymore, I mean, even, thinking about it now, it's like, it's hard, But you gotta, get yourself back up and go, okay, this is hard, but we're gonna make this happen, right? And I think that if anything is worth doing it oftentimes is really hard, especially when you're battling these immovable obstacles like the school district or, whatever it is, right? And I made a promise to the kids, and that's a big driving force. We're gonna see this through, so. That's not supposed to make me cry. Come on, Jesus.
Thank you for that.
There you go, you got it crying.